All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We're having a bit of technical issues there, Jerry. Um, Robbie and I made a video about God earlier today, a live stream, and when I stopped the show, it's stuck there. Like the the Hangout doesn't want to stop being live. You know what I'm saying? It's been stuck on live for like 2 hours. I don't know there, but like I stopped the show a long time ago and it's fucking glitching and it still wants to go live on my page. So we're going to start another live show and I just hope that that's going to stop the other stream. I can't even go in like my videos and remove it or anything. It's just fucking glitch city, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, so we're live again, people. I'm gonna talk a bit about how WWE sucks there, and we're gonna talk about whatever the fuck there. Let's have a good time, for fuck's sakes, man. Jerry, introduce yourself and talk for a few minutes while I go get myself a fucking my TV dinner in the microwave. Yeah. Go ahead, Jared. WWE sucks. Fuck. Tell them what you got. Introduce yourself, Jared.
Well, for a lot of people might know me, some people might not, but my name's General Jerry. I used to be a part of ETA, but I have my own channel there, folks. It's all about WWE as well, so you can check me out. We're gonna talk a little bit about WWE, you know. So yeah, here's the thing, right? Night of Champions is probably the biggest waste of time for a pay-per-view. I personally won't be watching it tonight, mainly because I actually have a life. I really don't even want to watch it. I even couldn't be bothered doing a preview for it. One of the issues, and I think it was like Brad Rules or something like that, there a guy made this point. These pay-per-views in the past, Backlash, Clash of Champions, all these other pay-per-views that they have is actually old pay-per-view names. And have you kind of noticed that they don't mention the history of these pay-per-views? Like, they haven't even addressed it. And a lot of these pay-per-views that were in the past were kind of like super show. So not like a pay-per-view, but more of a super show. But the thing is with these kind of Backlash and Night of Champions, or Clash of Champions, should I say, is that they're trying to build this up to be a big pay-per-view. But if you look at the pay-per-view itself, it's garbage. You know, there's not one match that interests me. You know, you got a pre-show with Alicia Fox and that Nia Jax girl. In the main event, you got, what, Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins, which, let's be honest with you, is probably going to end at a disqualification. Either Triple H or even, you know, better still, it might be Goldberg. But storyline-wise, it doesn't make sense for Goldberg to come into this pay-per-view. I feel as if the only thing that they're going to do is probably the most boring, and that's have Stephanie McCunt and fucking Triple H attack Seth Rollins during the match. And then it's going to cause some kind of, like, fucking, whatchamacallit, like, more of a rivalry between Mick Foley and Stephanie McMahon. They're probably eventually going to get rid of Mick Foley as a general manager. And I hope they do, because Mick Foley, no offense to him, but he's goddamn boring on the Raw show. Absolutely boring. I can't stand him anymore. The Holy Foley thing's a complete fail. It's basically like Keeping Up with the Kardashians, but it's just Mick Foley and his daughter, really. I don't know why anyone would want to watch that, but you know, it's even more ridiculous than that little cartoon show that they have on the WWE Network. The WWE Network is garbage as well. So, but back to like this whole storyline thing, I feel personally the only way that Raw can be saved to actually have an interesting storyline is bring in the main man, Eric Bischoff. They should have done this from the start. They shouldn't have brought Mick. Great guy. I respect what he's done in the past, but I feel Eric Bischoff as a general manager on Raw with Stephanie McMahon, with Triple H, might make sense. but not to do the authority thing. Have Triple H and Stephanie distance themselves away, do maybe some special appearances, but have Eric Bischoff as the heel general manager. Because the problem is with these general managers in the past is that A, they're too nice, B, they're what they want for the company, or their kind of goals to attack other superstars doesn't make sense. Eric Bischoff is a great villain, and I feel as if he is the guy to actually put into the company to replace Mick Foley. I believe that they should do that. In fact, I would even go far to say in this pay-per-view, the only way to save it, hell, I would even have Mick Foley publicly fired at this pay-per-view and have Eric Bischoff at the end be the new general manager. And that will give Raw, because they have a lot of competition. Raw on Monday has to compete with football. I believe, Robbie, is that true? They have to compete with football?
Football, yes.
And the presidential debates. The presidential debates.
They don't get killed this week. Yeah, they don't get killed.
I mean, WWE needs something big. They can't hide under a rock until this all passes and then come out and then do big storylines. If they truly think that they're the best company out there, they have to pull a storyline like this out of the bag, or something. It wouldn't surprise me if Goldberg does come back, but in a storyline sense, Goldberg is supposed to be facing Lesnar, apparently. Or I would even say Goldberg should have faced Ryback, but Ryback unfortunately left the company, so I don't really know what they're going to do with Goldberg, really. And then if he faces Seth Rollins, Seth Rollins might injure Goldberg, so that's really what the main issue is, And it's pretty much it,
Yeah, I just think it's kind of like disrespectful for them to just use the Clash of Champions and use the same backdrop as they did with Night of Champions. It's kind of cheap. Like, it didn't take any time or effort to try to organize a pay-per-view. And that's what you get when you do this brand split. You got too many shows. You don't have time to really plan them out and build them up. It's the same formula that they've been doing here the last so many years. That's why the ratings are the way they are, and other things, within that product. So, I mean, I used to love Clash of Champions. I remember as a kid that would be like, because I couldn't afford pay-per-view when I was, that was back when I was a kid, like 10, 11. That'd be like our pay-per-view, everybody could get it, So I just think it's kind of a shame that they're cheap. They're too cheap to actually, like you're saying, tell the history of the Clash of Champions and make it special instead of just using it as the same backdrop as Night of Champions,
Again, I don't want to mention people in the chat, but there's a guy called Chris here who says there is no competition for WWE because WWE fans don't watch anything but WWE, so football and other things won't make a difference. Well, no offense to you, Chris, but you're full of fucking shit. Ratings do matter. Ratings are what the people do to actually watch it on television. If football and presidential debates are on, and if they are on the same time as WWE, 9 times out of 10 people are not going to watch WWE. They're going to watch football, and they're going to watch the presidential debates. Okay, so please cut the goddamn crap, son. All right. You can't turn around and say that ratings do matter, because ratings are what the viewership is, and then essentially if anyone is really invested into WWE, then they will buy merchandise. That's just a fact. All right. So to say that WWE have no competition, you're correct. They don't have any competition, but the fact that they don't have any competition and the fact that they've gone lazy, that is why the ratings are going down. WWE is its own competition, and they're losing. It's a fact. The ratings are dropping. 1.88, 1.90, all right? In fact, the 1.90, in fact, if you look at the viewership, it was the lowest viewed WWE Raw since 1990. So to turn around and say football and all this here, the fact remains WWE have to get the viewership, and football and the presidential elections is going to kill it. It's going to destroy it. That's just a fact. You know what I mean? And he also said they get usual viewers. I mean,
has he not been paying attention to the ratings? How it dropped down to 1.88 or? I mean, it's like they lose a hell of a lot of viewers here lately.
You say, Robbie, it's time to get delusional. It's time to be in denial there. It's fanboy city. The company is obviously sucking. They start going downhill. Ratings go down. Oh, it's still good. I'm always going to watch it. No, good for you, fuck.
I mean, I'll be honest with you. I watched this week's TNA Impact, and it actually was better than Raw, which is kind of like, it actually was almost better. It was better than Raw. So, like, you know, your competition's putting on a better show than you are, and you got more money and tap twice the talent. Like, you know, like, come on.
This whole thing that we have to be loyal to wrestling and all this, it's a bunch of bullshit, you know what I mean? People trying to like brainwash themselves to convince themselves that it's good, and you know, is that how bad it's gotten? You know what I mean? We have to make up all kind of excuses. Like I was hearing the Iceman earlier today there. Just forget about the Attitude Era, guys. The Attitude Era's not coming back, man. It's not about the Attitude Era. It's that the product sucks right now. That's like I've given up on the Attitude Era a long time ago. I know that's not coming back, but like what am I supposed to do? Just brainwash myself? It's a new era, guys. Times have changed.
Yeah,
Attitude Era never coming back. Oh my God, it's working. I think that Zack Ryder is a big star for real now. Holy shit.
No.
Wow, maybe Hype Brothers isn't so bad after all, you know?
That Aaron Neville's awesome, WJ. He's really awesome. He's got a good face on him there.
I keep falling asleep during Raw, you know, maybe I just, you know, maybe I've got a concussion or something that, you know, that's why I keep falling asleep. It's not because it's bad. I'm the problem. I'm the bad wrestling fan. And it's about goddamn time that I joined the good side. Gosh darn it, Cesaro and Sheamus are putting on the hootin' tootin' of the show.
Yeehaw!
It's a good show. I'm the problem. I'm the bad guy. Wrestling's good, man. You know? Is that how I'm supposed to do it? Fuck my mind into thinking that it's good. I need to accept that it's not the Attitude Era. In other words, I have to accept a mediocre product and just force myself into thinking that it's good. Like Ryback would say, find 3 things you enjoyed on the show and just be okay with that. So let's, you know, a segment is usually 15 minutes tops, a match, and or a talking segment. So you enjoyed 30, 45 minutes of the show, and the other 2.5 hours was complete bullshit. But it was a good show because I like 3 things, like Ryback says. You know what I mean?
It is kind of like, I mean, I've seen some people even trying to defend this horse shit, like saying, oh, you know, it's very different. You have to bear with it, you know, shove it up your fucking holes, you fucking cunts. The fuck, why the fuck should I, a guy that has, if you have high expectations and if you have expectations for the show, they should meet your expectations. When did it become a point where we have to negotiate how WWE is good? There's a certain standard, and WWE is below that standard, okay? Stop lowering the bar so much where like, AJ Styles did a little kick there, fucking 10 out of 10. The hell is this horse shit? You know what I mean? It's gotten to this point where any little thing makes the show great. The way I rate the show, and that's a fact, the way I rate the show is from the start of the show till the end. And from the start of the show to the end is utter garbage, okay? You can't make excuses. It's a fact. That's a fact of life, as your man from TNA would say, all right? It's a fact of life, all right? And at the end of the day, the start of the show till the end, A, is too long, B, it's boring, and C, all the wrestlers look like virgins, all right? It's a fact. They all look all fucking... They don't even look like real men. I'm sorry, but when it gets to a point where a wrestler is even smaller than me and is becoming a world champion, then that is becoming the point where this show sucks. It sucks, it's crap, and I would rather cut my nipples off than see this show again, all right? It's garbage. It's a fact, okay? So please, stop using excuses. Stop using these excuses and saying, oh, well, the ratings don't matter. Bitch, please, when do ratings stop mattering? If fucking PewDiePie gets only 100 views, it matters. If they are only getting small viewership, it matters. So please, cut the goddamn crap, okay? For the love of fucking God. The show sucks. Please, just please, fucking open your eyes to this bullshit. And the fact remains, and this is a fact, everyone was marking out for the cruiserweights, and listen, what the cruiserweights were doing in the ring, fantastic, right? But here's the thing, something might be fantastic in the ring, but nobody cares about it. Nobody cares. When the cruiserweights debuted, they got a 1.88 rating. A 1.88 rating. Low viewership. You know why? Because nobody gives a shit. Nobody cares. And that's just a fact, folks. The fact remains, nobody goddamn cares. And I know everyone's saying, cares. I know that's supposed to be my catchphrase now, WJ, that cares, which I think is kind of funny. But the fact remains, it's shit. Garbage. And I would rather cut my nipples off than watch this, WJ.
I call it wrestling on ice, basically. They should just call it, like figure skating or whatever. It's pretty much man look like damn dancing fairies out there or something,
Like when you look at the fans now, it's starting to look like a fucking brony thing, you know what I mean? It looks like the kind of guys that were making vids to defend the bronies,
I love my whatever.
Big, I know I'm a fat, weird-looking guy there, but they're fat, weird-looking, and they have pink shirts of Dolph Ziggler, fucking...
Bestiality.
They have T-shirts of Bailey, they have...
yeah, if you got an ugly T-shirt of Bailey's, chances are you're probably gay, just saying.
They have those baby blue shirts of New Day, and that's what they look like. It looks like a brony thing,
Will made a really great point here. Tell him
to get online so I can send him the link there.
Will said, and I quote, Dancing with the Stars is more violent than Raw. I'll send him a link.
If he wants to come in there. But yeah, it's that's what it's starting to look like, you know what I mean? And
fans are scaring ratings away, I think.
You see grown men sending pictures to Bailey in their shirts. Look, Bailey, I'm a fan of yours.
I'm a hugger, baby. I'm a hugger.
A big mongoloid wearing a pink shirt trying to impress a female wrestler there. I believe in the women. It's like, fuck off there. What is this? Like,
yeah, it's a bunch of perverts out there.
No, but it's like a brony thing. It's turning into a nerdy thing. They're beyond fucking nerdy. I don't care what people say about wrestling. I love it. That's embarrassing. It's not a fucking, if you're a big weird motherfucker wearing a pink shirt of Dolph Ziggler there with your fucking little finger stuck up your ass while the ass is match there. I don't care what anybody says. Dolph will always be my guy. He can sell. He can sell. You know, at this point, it's like, fuck, man, get a fucking life. You know what I mean?
It's Jesus.
It's just guys pretending to fight there. It's not a fucking a thing that we have to worship these fucking clowns. That's what it looks like, a goddamn clown show now. Fuck.
Do you know what the problem is with it, right? And this is something that that everyone says, well, at least the wrestling's better. The thing is, though, if you actually look at it, both like if you look at like this kind of indie kind of wrestling that they have, they look like a bunch of ballerinas. Like it looks like a ballerina thing now. The thing is, like with wrestling before, is that you felt every punch. Like if somebody punched someone, you actually felt it through the screen. There was a somewhat of a believability. But when a guy is like flipping around and stuff, like there's no kind of
No
like
storytelling in the match or whatever.
Yeah, there's none of that physicality. Like these guys legitimately want to kill each other. Like there's none of that. It's more, oh, there he goes. He's jumping off the ropes there. Michael. Like it's, you know, it's, and every time, this is something that really pisses me off. For some weird reason, this indie mentality, every single match they have to do a suicide dive off the fucking ropes. Why? Why is it every wrestler's doing this now? Have you ever noticed that? Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, Roman Reigns, fucking all these fucking cruiserweights. At one point, who else was it? That does it. Who else does it? WJ Kevin Owens, I think, at one point did it. Randy Orton at some, like all these wrestlers now, for some weird reason, and this is the way it is. They do these flips and kicks, and then they throw them over the top rope, and then they dive, and it just gets worse, you know?
It's a big pile of malarkey is what it is, Jer.
Yeah.
We got barbecue sauce in the house.
What's going on?
So what do you think of WWE right now, you?
Well, I've noticed the wrestling hasn't really gotten any better because they're still watered down. It's just a bunch of smaller guys doing the same stuff. Like what got over with them in the indies was they were able to like display their own character, and then they come to WWE and they're like locked into a certain character that Vince wants them to be that doesn't get over. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I see a bunch of neckbeards with like Finn Balor shirts on. They like Finn Balor, but no one else can like them who likes just like regular entertainment.
You're having a bit of mic issues there, like some big feedback, but just keep yourself muted if it keeps doing it, and unmute when you're talking there. Will, what's going on?
Yeah, not a whole lot, my friend.
So we're talking about WWE sucks and whatever. In fact, we're just having a good time here.
I gotta tell you, that fucking show sucks bad. It's terrible. Fucking wrestling. It's dead. As you can tell, it's a sensitive subject with me, seeing as I've been a lifelong wrestling fan, and it's real heartbreaking to see guys like Dolph Ziggler and the New Day and Bayley dominating the ratings. You know, farewell are the days of Shawn Michaels being gay. Now we got Ziggler being gay. Just when you thought assless chaps were going to be the thing. Ziggler comes along. They throw Lana in a 1980s jean skirt and top. Put her hair up like the Barbie dolls from the 80s. Start speaking better English. I'm smoking from the bong right now.
We started smoking. I'm going to try again to quit tomorrow there.
I need to take a nap before work, and I don't want to be dreaming of shitty wrestling.
I'm gonna try again tomorrow, but yeah. And especially being straight and watching wrestling, I don't know how people would be able to do that shit. Just sitting there straight and watching it. Like with weed, you have like a don't give a shit type of attitude. You know what I mean? But if I wouldn't be high trying to watch wrestling, oh my God, you know. It's like is something gonna happen soon or what? Fuck, you know.
I mean, the wrestling may suck, but when you're smoking, you still have that nice little warm, tingly feeling.
Yeah.
That was a massive hit. That's why I can't breathe.
Yeah, I might need to fucking take cocaine to stay awake to watch wrestling. You know what I'm saying? Jerry, you're muted. What's going on? Fuck. Or anybody.
Did you guys see Orton invaded the Chicago live show last night and attacked Lesnar?
It was a Raw show?
No, a house show in Chicago.
Like a Raw house show?
Yeah, I guess so. I'm watching it now. Orton came in through the crowd, and then Lesnar got him up in an F5, and then Orton got off and RKO'd him. So I guess they're building that up.
See, like we've already seen it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, it might have been the actual match because he pinned Brock, but then Brock kicked out. So it must have been like the start of the match.
The product has gotten so bad that even wrestlers like Lesnar and Orton, who pretty much gained prominence in the, what do you call it? What's that era called? The Ruthless Aggression era?
Yeah.
You can't even take them serious anymore because of all the goofballs they have working around them. It's fucking pathetic.
Kyle Brachetto, ladies and gentlemen.
How the fuck is everybody?
So, Kyle, you're still a big fan of the current product, you or?
Never have been. I can't give a fuck about what is going on. I don't give a shit about AJ Styles being champion. I don't give a shit about some fat, bearded, indie bitch being a fucking Universal champion. I just don't care for anybody, to be honest with you. I really don't.
So, Kyle, what's been going on with you? You said you had to drive Tony to home or something?
Yeah, fucking like every Sunday morning they got me opening the store with him from 4 to 1. And usually, since he doesn't have a car, he doesn't fucking drive. I always drive him to Stop and Shop. That way he can take the bus to East Providence. Why the fuck am I even telling you this?
Because he asked you.
So what happened in the car? Did he put his hand on your leg or something? Or?
No, we didn't. Fuck, man, we didn't do any of that. Come on.
So,
that's reserved for Wednesdays.
Come on, dude. Anyway, you were saying something?
So I saw that Omega was on your show there yesterday or something.
Oh my God, Omega, man. You know, like, I mean, I don't mind the guy. I actually like him, but damn it, when he gets in those situations like that, he always has to play like the victim, and he's always got to assume that, oh yeah, the buddy system's after me, man. You know, they want to attack me, you know, just because, like, and like it's pretty much proven that Hillary Clinton is the fucking devil. Like, there's no turning back from that. No matter what facts you throw at it, they're going to be illogical.
Yeah, Omega was trying to state that Hillary Clinton is better for the country than Donald Trump is, and ownage ensued when he had no facts to back up that claim. And Righty and Jack, his name is Jack now.
Yes, Jack Buck. I still call him Buck, even though, you know, he wants to claim that Buck is dead. And you got his loyal fans; they'll follow in his footsteps and say that too. It is what it is. Yeah. I'm not.
They killed Malik. They killed Malik and Omega. It was like a no contest there. It was
like
pretty bad.
I mean, I even told him what he was getting into, but I mean, Malik didn't really make himself look like that much of a fool as Omega did.
Omega was way worse.
I think he felt bad for Omega, and he realized that he couldn't do nothing. And he kind of shut up. If you notice, he just kind of quiet.
I mean, Gooby was begging for Malik and Buck to be in the same hangout again, so he got his wish.
So did you say some racist stuff to Omega?
No, there was no need to. This wasn't my argument. This was between Buck and Omega, and Righty's gonna have his input in it. Righty's a smart guy. He knows what the fuck to say to get out of situations.
Because you're a bit of a controversial man. Even Don Juan Banks accused you of saying the N-word or something.
I did say the N-word multiple times on my hangouts. I have proof of this. I can go back. You can go back on my earlier hangouts. I've said it.
Is that Darren Expert flying one of his planes there or something?
Nah, there's like an air show going on around here.
Now, what the fuck, barbecue sauce? Why are you flying with Darren?
You jealous?
No, not really.
You want to join the Mile High Club?
No.
I may or may not have said a few N words last night.
You?
I may or may not have.
Listen, you don't need to be scared because I'm not gonna take the vid down. People aren't gonna flag me for that.
I'm not really afraid of it.
I mean, like, the only person that's really gonna flag me nowadays is Peter.
Big Pete.
The YouTube hero.
The face. Fuck.
Jesus, man.
So Peter, he has this beef with you now, Will, I believe, or is that squashed? Or...
He's been squashed since the day he was born.
And the only reason they have this beef is because of me to begin with.
What happened?
It's not even has nothing to do with Kyle. It's because I unfriended him on Facebook. How petty is that? He's angry with me because I won't refriend him on Facebook.
Nah, but here's the whole
So now
story.
he has a vendetta against me.
Here's the whole story of what led to it. So I was in a Trap Queens. I was posting on a Trap Queens post. I was saying something to IP, saying, "Oh, Peter needs to go see a therapist because he said something about Peter too." And Peter's not even friends with Trap Queen on her current Facebook account. So I don't know why the fuck, he was snooping, through her posts and shit, still thinking he wants to get with her or something. So I get this message from him saying, "Fuck you, Kyle," saying I need to go see a therapist. You need to go see one. Then I get unfriended. All right, okay, whatever. Like, I wasn't even like talking to you like this. Like, I wasn't. It wasn't directed at you. It was directed at somebody having nothing to do with you, man. Like, and I'm surprised that he didn't have IP blocked at that time. But anyway, so throughout that whole time, he calls my vids boring and lame when most people have been praising them. So then when Will and I, decide to do those whole parodies on Godzilla Hawk in Dallas, Peter calls them boring because I supposedly was the mastermind behind it when no, Will was. And, Will took action. And here we are now.
So how do you feel about Peter's content since he bashed yours? What do you think of his content?
It's boring as fuck. Like, really, I need to be like drinking something. I need to be eating, drinking, or doing drugs just to stay focused. Like his rants are the same fucking format. Like, he'll talk about, what he does for a living. He'll talk about, "Oh, I'm going to see Metallica live." Now let's cut to the meat and potatoes. After like 3 minutes.
What the fuck is going on outside my house?
And he'll talk about his history with YouTube and how, "Oh yeah, I started in 2009. I took a break in 2012, and people hate me because they're jealous of me." The same fucking format. 40 minutes with no facts, just him rambling about bullshit.
So are you on Peter's watch list, or
he still doesn't hate me as much as he hates Buck. or Jack, or whatever you want to call him. So.
So Jerry, are you there, Jerry?
Yeah, I'm here. Yeah.
Fuck, I was gonna say something, but I forgot. For God's sake, my eyes are fucking burning. I've been rubbing my eyes for the past 5 minutes.
Jesus fuck, man. It's okay. That's happened to me a couple times.
I was gonna say, you're not pleased with what culture or something? You think what culture is trash, Jerry, or what?
I mean, they're not complete trash, but they're I feel as if maybe some of their opinions are a little bit biased towards kind of they don't explore like the different fan bases in wrestling. They just explore just the one. And that's kind of the issue with it. With me, I mean, I don't hate them by any I don't like overly hate them, but you know, I will challenge fucking Adam from What Culture in England, and I can beat that emo fuck up.
You think they're over? You think they're overrated or something? Or
Oh yeah, I mean they are. Yeah, I mean you have to bear in mind, you know, these guys are owned by a company. This isn't like anything, you know, like us just starting off or anything like that. They're actually owned by an actual company. I mean, those guys that are on the channel is just employees. You know what I mean? So.
Oh my.
because us, we're not allowed to use WWE pictures and all kind of stuff in our vids. You know,
Yeah.
I don't understand how they got that opportunity there.
They even have an actual fucking federation now called What Culture Wrestling Federation, and
It
they've
looks
got.
like a bunch of indie garbage there.
Oh, that
I think
reminds me.
they have Kurt Angle there apparently. Kurt Angle's there apparently. He's gonna be competing in that, and they had Del Rio and I think like that.
That's a sign that wrestling's dead. That's another sign.
That reminds
Fucking
me.
What Culture has a fucking wrestling federation? It's safe to say that wrestling's dead, guys.
What was that, Kyle?
That reminds me. I remember in one of my hangouts, just a troll righty, I screen shared a tantric music video. Now, keep in mind that it was muted. Like, I wasn't going to play any sound because I had my old computer at the time, and it wouldn't, like, you could barely hear the sound. So, I don't know what, but, like, the next thing I know, I get, like, flagged, like, I get a copyright strike, and I don't know how long it took, but, like, I fought it off. Like, hell, I didn't play no audio. You know, but fuck it. Like, fuck Warner Brothers for trying to do that shit to me. Like, what, do they not want me to expose their almighty god, Hugo Ferreira?
Yes.
He's not a god, though. Believe me, I met the guy in person, scrawny as fuck.
That was like the most random story ever.
Like, you don't come up with random stories all the time. What, Papa Will don't have random stories?
What the fuck did that have to do with anything that was being talked about?
I blanked out for a second there.
Kyle, you're the son I never wanted.
I didn't come from your dick, so I'm glad.
I think we need to get a DNA test. I think. Bring her
Maury is
in.
in our future.
Peter Gilmore is online if Peter wants to come in.
Fuck, he's not gonna come in. If he sees that Will's on, I mean,
He came in the other night and I yelled at him for a few minutes.
Yeah, like,
he took it well.
No, but here's the thing. He'll only come in if, like, say, you or Jerry are in there. It's pretty much one of the main reasons why he came on my drunk hangout, because, you know, I was still cool with him, and he was in the room with some people that were still cool with him.
Back up.
Yeah.
Robbie, say a prayer for us, will you? It's Sunday.
I just did a silent one.
We need a prayer.
Speaking of prayers, WJ, is your other hangout still live?
I'm not sure. I can't see it. Me.
Yeah.
It'll
No,
It'll
don't.
say live, but it won't be live. The chat section will still be going. But that's about it. That shit happens all the time.
Is it gonna be like a fucking 6-hour hangout when it
No.
ends?
No. It's like stopped, but the comment section keeps going on for like a half hour sometimes. It's weird.
Yeah,
It's been on for like 3 hours, 2 hours. Like,
I don't know, man.
All right, just to let you guys know, if you're expecting me to start a hangout sometime tonight, no, don't expect that, because as soon as I get home, I'm taking a fucking nap.
It's Sunday, and we need a Jewish prayer, Kyle. Say one for us.
I ain't Jewish. I don't study Jewish culture. I don't know what the fuck they're all about. I don't know what happens at a bar mitzvah. I don't wear the fucking yarmulkes.
But you get circumcised at a bar mitzvah.
You don't know that. The only Jewish guy that I really knew was one of my mom's ex-boyfriends.
Oh.
Yes,
So there's a strong Jewish influence in your family.
She once dated a Jew from Pennsylvania. This was like back in like.
The fuck is going on?
He wasn't just a Jew. He was a Jew from Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Kyle, do
I
you
don't know
have
why
these
that's
stories?
funny.
Kyle, do you have these stories written like e-feds? Like, do you have like, oh, is this what I could say on a hangout? Do you have them all written out in a list or
No,
something?
this is true. This is fucking true. I remember his name, Jake Peltzman.
Peltzman, that's pretty Jewish. I don't think he's lying.
Yes, it is. He has a fucking Facebook of him. He's bald. He's wearing that fucking yarmulke at his wedding.
Kyle, you get angry like a Jew gets angry, though. You know that?
No, just fuck you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thursdays and Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Pacific Time, the Kyle Bruschetto Show, starring Kyle and Preston.
who was that? Preston? Was that you, Will?
It may or may not have been me.
It's funny. It's very funny. I would love to have Preston on my show every single time. You know, the questions that Righty asks him just blows everybody away, and the question answer thing is just, you know, it's awesome.
I may or may not be Preston.
You got a problem with Preston, Kyle, or?
Oh no. Whatever problem you might have had. Like the only thing he really did was accuse me of being goofy. And that's what started this whole what happened.
Yeah.
Will might be the fake Preston. That's what started it.
I may or may not be that Preston guy.
Other than that, like, we haven't really said anything to each other. I mean, I'm not gonna.
He did a couple videos on Kyle a month ago, and he jumped down to Smarkbuster's throats because of Ava Marie or some shit like that. And
yeah. He made
one thing led to another, and you know.
Yeah, he made a rant. Then one of the Smarkbusters pals, Jack Lewis, showed Righty and his other friends the video, and they were in like one of their Smarkbusters threads commenting on how shitty it was. And I think Casey Gale showed them the freaking posts that they were saying. And
Oh yeah. This originated on Facebook. I forgot about that.
yes. And then for some strange reason,
Everything originates from Facebook.
and for some strange reason, Dallas Calmeister, whatever the fuck you want to call him, thought that Trap Queen
Calmeister.
was Rose.
And your spot out my tape.
Just because she had the last name Rose in her account. You think I'm gonna call a girl by her last name? You know, yes, Keemstar invading my hangout, like getting his fans to invade my chat was legendary. I'll admit that. But to mistake somebody by a last name. Come on, dude.
We got the wrestling brainy in the house.
Howdy ho.
So, Brainy, did you see all that god-awful drama on Kyle's Hangout yesterday?
I did. I came at like the last 5 minutes or so, and I couldn't even speak or do anything because Charlie was just talking five words per second, pretty much.
So what was this Charlie thing? I saw him make an emotional video that he wanted.
Charlie was on your show yesterday, and you didn't tell me. What the fuck?
All right,
made it.
here's the thing. Here's the thing that happened. Okay, so when Omega left, when everything was just starting to die, I was like, fuck this. Somebody give Dark Horse the link so he could pass it out to everybody. So nobody got on except for Charlie. And you know what? I like Charlie. I don't mind him being on my show. If he's got a rant coming, go ahead. I'll fucking take it. But all right, and it was going fine, but his mic kept fucking up. So it sounded like he would like cut out and then he would talk very fast like he was on speed. But here's the thing. If you're the right Smart Buster or me or a couple of other fans, you're gonna think this. Charlie's so fucking great that even with his mic fucked up, he still sounds cool.
And
I just
that
think he's mental.
was some bad robotic mic action taking place there.
What was his video about being disrespected or whatever? Did you do something to him on that hangout?
No. He was talking about No, I didn't see.
He said he joined the hangout and that he was having mic problems, but then he was still like, it sounded like something negative happened, that he didn't get to be there long and people were kind of against him or something.
Oh, the
He's like,
Kyle,
I like you, man. He was talking like if you
Because
did
everybody
something to
left.
him.
Because when Kyle left, we all
Yeah,
left.
the chat was leaving. I could tell. The chat was leaving, and Joe's like, I was down to 10 viewers, and he was still talking. I didn't say anything bad. Like, as soon as he stopped talking, I was like, all right, I gotta end this. Because like I had fucking work. Like I needed my sleep, even though I didn't get it. I only got like 40 minutes. And besides,
Ladies and gentlemen, we got Omega Magic in the house there.
He's in the car.
Omega, I heard there was some drama taking place on Kyle's channel there last night.
Not really. I thought it was a debate, but it turned pretty ugly there. So yeah, I could say that.
Did Kyle do anything racist, you think? Or?
No, not Kyle.
No, I was laid back. I was just hosting the thing. I had nothing to say about this.
All I can say is the internet's a motherfucker. That's all I can say.
They still like you, man. Omega, they still like you. Trust me. Buck thinks you're one of one of the chill people in the YWC. I don't know how else to put it.
I think what Kyle just did there is mock you, meaning that you get upset. Did you just take a shot at him there, Kyle? Or?
No. Why are you trying to start shit, WWE? Are you bored? Go watch fucking TV. Go see what's on.
So what's going on?
I'm trying to catch the Seahawks and the 49ers too as well, but I can take a break.
So what's going on with you and Dark Horse and Polston? Are you still at war with them now with these debates and stuff? Or?
No, really. I just said my thoughts about the election, and Dark Horse and opinions, and having your own opinion. That.
Yeah.
And also, I think Hillary Clinton is sexy as fuck too. But other than that, that's a different topic.
You've got to be mental if you want that chick in office. You have to be out of your mind mental.
Yeah, come on, dude. I know there are people that'll think, oh, you're fucking insane if you want Donald Trump. But here's the thing. Donald Trump's fucking popular. He's pretty much the number one vote at this point. Like, I actually want Trump to win.
I want him to win too because if he's president, this will be must-see TV. This will be better than WWE Raw. See how he does run this country.
Oh, see, we're getting somewhere. We're getting some. See, you're talking our language, man. I like that.
I think I should run for president.
I think so too, General Jerry.
How many more YWC guys are going to run for president? Didn't Jack, Buck, actually Buck, it's Buck who tried to run for president. Didn't Buck try to run for president? He said.
No, I think Scott Casey Gale did one. He did one where he was trying to run for president. I think it was him.
Okay, well, I will say this. If Peter Gilmore ends up becoming president, I'm leaving the fucking country.
I think it's pretty safe to say that that's not going to happen.
I'm just saying if it does.
Don't worry about it. Rest easy.
I'm just making it known.
I think Dixie Carter should be president of the United States.
Oh God, don't even get me started with her.
Her wee blue waffle all around the White House, like.
Can you not bring up blue waffles, please? I've already had,
You love it, Kyle. You love the blue waffles, son.
I've already dealt with one blue waffle in the past. I don't want to think about it.
What is a blue waffle?
I would recommend you to Google it, but I really wouldn't recommend
Is it a sexual innuendo?
No, it's not a sexual innuendo. It has something to do with the fucking vagina.
Oh, well, all right, it's sexual.
So do blue lives matter now?
Blue waffles matter. Did you just Google it?
No, just laughing at Omega's joke.
Oh. I thought you Googled it there for a second.
No, I will though.
I wouldn't recommend you to do it, mate, to be fair.
It's horrible. It's fucking
do it at your own risk.
Blue waffle?
Yeah.
Alright, let me Google this.
To be fair, I'll say something nice about Trump. He's got some sexy ass daughters.
Yeah, that's basically saying something nice about his daughters. That's not complimenting him.
He could procreate. Has that been better?
Now we're talking.
Oh my god.
You're actually looking that shit up. Come on, man.
A blue waffle is a fictional sexually transmitted disease said to affect only women, causing severe infection and blue. Let me click on the whole thing. This is the Wikipedia.
See, blue waffles matter. God damn it, we got to do something about it. We should have a blue waffles awareness month.
Some type of algae or something.
So they have blue stuff come out of their coochie cooch.
Oh man.
Blueberry.
You
Ain't no god down there.
it's like this. It's not funny. Blueberries.
I remember when I was in ETN, it was the first time I said it because I just randomly just said it because someone said it to me in TAC one time, and I was doing like a video on Dixie Carter, and I just said it, and the next video I made, a lot of people were commenting below saying, "You disgusting human being! Why did you make me Google this?" And then now everyone uses it. So, it's my catchphrase, and then it's become my catchphrase now. So
blue waffle. That's funny. Could be worse. Could be a tortilla.
Again, Will. Again.
Right, Omega.
I've been shitting all day.
Yeah, right. Bill Clinton could deal with that blue waffle, so I could deal with it. And he's like 70 years old.
Blue waffle. Shit is fucking funny.
Don't they serve that at IHOP?
I hope not. Not
The
from what I
grass?
just read.
No, they don't. I was at IHOP today at 2 in the morning.
what do you think of these blue waffles, WJ? What's your opinion on it here? What's your analysis here?
I don't mind the color of the waffle, Jerry. I'm not racist. Like, unlike Kyle.
When do you see me talking shit against the color of waffles?
I don't know. Don Banks had some kind of proof against you. You said the N word. I don't know if.
This was in a private message. He didn't confront me in a video.
There goes your chances joining ETA there, Cal. Right out the fucking window, mate.
Never said I wanted to fucking join. Never fucking said. I wouldn't fit in ETA. I would ruin their image.
I don't understand how a race of people could get so angry about a word that they say to each other on a daily basis, multiple times a day.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen,
baffles my mind.
Michael Polston, ladies and gentlemen.
What's up, Paulson?
Hey,
Now,
what's up,
now
guys?
we
I am
get
here
some real
with my own
hardcore
internet.
racism.
Why is
With
it always
my own internet.
Can we just have fun like
I don't do internet.
just have fun like we used to? Talk shit about shit.
That's what
Well,
we're
let's-
doing.
Want to have fun up in here.
Having fun, Michael. Wait, that's the Smart Buster's job.
It's nice to see that Polston has new internet. I think that's what he was saying.
Oh,
I have my own internet.
His own internet.
I pay for it.
Oh God, I know where this is going.
I'm on Hillary Clinton's network private server, so
I
yeah.
know what he means by that.
What does he
Omega
mean?
steals his neighbor's Wi-Fi.
Oh, Omega, is this true? Or?
That's why he's in the
I have
automobile.
Oh, just saying. But I don't see.
Here, let me get on my laptop.
Ah,
Show the thing.
fuck.
I just have shitty internet boost, so yeah, Scooby.
Kyle, did you tell Omega you were talking shit about him earlier? Or?
I wasn't talking shit. I was just saying.
What did you say about him again?
No, I said that. Well, I didn't. I might have mentioned the fact in the hangout that he likes to talk over people and doesn't realize it. I might have said that. And Leon also made a point about this too. That whenever like a group of people are like attacking him, or like when he's like in the wrong, or like some of his arguments are flawed and he doesn't want to admit it, that he'll make a post talking against us, saying like, "Oh, the buddy system has gotten to me" or something like that. That's all I said. I didn't call him retarded like Righty did. I didn't tell him.
Righty said he was retarded.
He said it in the hangout.
Omega, what do you think of that? Righty calling you the R word or whatever?
Takes one to know one, I guess.
Oh.
Oh God.
What do you think about Kyle? What he said about you?
Well, when I'm in a hangout, and that hangout, I mean, here's how it went. I was supposed to debate Buck, and then Buck said his point, and then Roddy comes in. Now I want to make another point too. Hillary did this, did that, did this, did that, and then another person makes a point. Hillary did this, did that, did this, did that, and then by the time it gets to me, I get like 2 seconds to speak, and then when they're like, wait, I want to make another point after my 2 seconds of speaking, and I'm like, wait, I haven't even finished. Oh, now you're talking over people. So yeah. I'm like, what the fuck?
And I will say this: I got annoyed with Buck. Kyle, keep your show in order. And when I ended it, I get a message from Buck saying, "Kyle, the chat was disappointed. You shouldn't have ended the show early. You should start earlier." Like, oh, shut the fuck up, man. Don't tell me how to run my fucking channel.
Yeah, you get angry.
I just hate when people like boss me around. It's the fucking internet. You don't control what I do on the internet, you piece of shit.
I need to learn how to fire myself up the way Kyle fires himself up, man. He gets himself angry telling stories. It's wonderful.
So was there a Polston? I think it was Polston and Omega debate that happened recently, I think, eh?
Actually, it ended up being a Dark Horse Massacre in Omega. I don't know what it ended up being.
That's what I heard. I heard it was from what I'm hearing is that Omega lost the debate or something like this. Is this true, Omega? Or
I lost to here's my main source of why I just simply said I vote for Hillary. I don't like Trump. And if I had a choice to pick between the two, like if I'm forced to, I'm picking Hillary. That's it. For no matter reason. Dark Horse says, well, in 1995, Hillary did this. So what do you think of that? In 1998, Hillary did this. Blah, 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 blah. The typical. And it's like, dude,
what's wrong with bringing up facts, Omega?
Yeah,
Just
I
bringing
know.
up facts about the person. What's wrong with that? You're saying that like it's a bad thing.
You know, like she would like run the State Department like what in 2015 and make some of these bad policies. She deleted her emails and leaked classified documentation all over the fucking internet. And when was that? 1995? I don't think so, man.
I was speaking sarcastically, but whatever. But anyway,
Well, hello, everybody.
case in point to how the whole thing went down. Just Dark Horse bring it up, like, and I said I don't give a shit what Hillary has done. I've already mentioned this, but apparently
this is like the dumbest kind of fucking voter. That's the problem.
You need to care about you need to care about what the candidates have done in their past and the present. You have to worry. That's what you base your vote on.
No, bro.
And you're voting for a chick that's done a lot of evil things to a lot of people, man.
I mean, I could understand voting for Obama the first time because nobody knew a fucking thing about Obama. So he didn't have the fucking record that Hillary had. But Hillary's got a fucking record that spans back into the fucking 70s.
No, that's Trump. But anyway, can we go back to having fun? But damn it,
Trump never betrayed the country, man.
It's time to talk. Let's talk here, Omega. Fucking political time. You're the talk of the town.
Here's the thing I need to say, because I might be very confused on this, right? I don't really know that much about, like I know about like the main candidates, but isn't there like two other people running for president as well?
Nah.
Jill Stein's a fucking crazy. She's crazy. That's all I'm gonna say.
You're crazy.
So what should Omega do? Should he like not vote for Hillary simply because he doesn't like the other candidate?
I don't think Omega's gonna vote anyway. I just think he's doing this because he's black.
God damn.
Can you guys hear me?
I can hear you.
Can you elaborate on that? Or?
He's joining the fucking he's joining the herd. He's following the other sheep. These Black Lives Matter morons. These Black Lives Matter retards. He's just watching what's on the news and trying to capitalize on it and become a part of something. It's not because he actually gives a fuck about the election race. He's just watched the shit on TV, saw a bunch of black people in the street, and said, "Hey, I want to be one of those guys." That's what I think.
Omega.
I concur.
Of course you would. Now, I just think you're just doing it. I think you're doing the same thing too. Except it's that, like I keep saying, the internet is a motherfucker. And the only way you come throwing out this racial rhetoric at me is because of the internet. Because please believe.
I'd say it to your fucking face, and if you did something else, I'd slap you in your face.
Yeah, right. Okay,
if that's what you're getting at. If that's what you're
saying,
getting
how do you know you want to be a bitch on the internet? That's all I gotta say.
You mean in the MMA ring, Will, or
on the fucking street? In a local cafeteria, a
You should
store
probably take
24,
both of Omega's real.
a Cumberland Farms, his mother's house, his aunt's house. I don't give a fuck where it is. If he's trying to get snappy with me,
sure you will.
I'll slap you, dude. Straight up. Slap you. Slap your fucking eye straight.
What you gonna do, son, over the internet?
Slap that right eye straight.
He said he's gonna make you not look like the Cookie Monster anymore.
I didn't do anything to this man. I just stated my opinion right now. I didn't say anything racial. I just mentioned the fact that he's black, and I think he's trying to join this stupid Black Lives Matters fucking propaganda bullshit. That's all I think. I don't think you're going to fucking vote. I'm pretty sure you've never voted in your life because you have absolutely zero idea of what's going on concerning the candidates, especially for this year. You maybe voted for Obama just because he's a black guy. And he left. There you go. Just when you can't handle facts, you fucking run. Either that or his neighbor shut his Wi-Fi off.
So, Paulston, what's your take on all of this there with Omega? You think he's faking it like Will says, or? Kyle, I'll ask the question to you.
I think we lost Paulston.
You there, Paulston?
Oh God,
Kyle, what do you think of these accusations that Omega's putting on the front for his
you can ask him yourself. He's here.
Omega?
What's up?
What's your answer to what Will was saying that that you're putting on an act for this political stuff there?
Newsflash, this isn't an E-Fid, Will. I'm not the one that's going to put on a veil looking like a transgender Kajana, okay? And as far as your cheerleader poster.
Oh,
keep going with your promo. That sounds very E-fetish.
You sound like a fetish general, so it doesn't matter to me. You can throw your racial rhetoric at me over the internet. It doesn't faze me.
It's not racial rhetoric. I just said that you're not really gonna fucking vote, and you don't really give a fuck about the topic at hand.
Okay, and like I said,
that's what I'm saying. That's not racial. That's not racial rhetoric.
Matter until this whole election. No one can talk about Blue Lives Matter. No one gets. You guys don't speak for America or because
you even spell rhetoric.
Again, just like I said in Postal Tag, you guys want Trump to be president so you can give back something that you can't entitled to because you feel you own this country and you don't.
That's a really negative assumption that you have, man.
And likewise to you too.
I didn't. Hey,
when do I give my white people reparation?
When do I give my black people reparation? Dumb fucks, but hey, we all don't get what we want.
Hi guys, the main truth, I'm not voting. Tell you guys the truth. This whole election is fucked.
That's what I'm saying. It's fucked.
Well, then good. Y'all don't vote and let us vote.
Yeah, let you guys vote. That's cool.
Let the fucking white people do what they got to do then and shut up.
Oh, really? It's like that though, huh?
I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to the Negro. I'm not talking to you.
Well, I'm brown.
Fuel to me, fuel. Talk.
Well, I'm afraid of how to address you because you're saying I'm using racial rhetoric when I'm not. So what? How am I to refer to you?
I'm brown. Mexican.
I'm not talking to you. Talking to Omega.
I'll just mute myself.
Have a peaceful conversation to talk about anything else. We don't need to bring up this whole racial shit, especially in the morning. But
you're the new Kyle, Omega. So yeah, we all trolled Kyle for a long time. So you're like, you're getting hazed in.
And it's not, and I just shrug it off, just like I do in real life. So
that's good. Kyle, how do you feel about that? Kyle, unmute yourself. I know you're there.
How do I feel about what? What just happened?
About Omega shrugging things off.
I mean, if that's really what he says he's doing, then shut the fuck up. Jesus, I hate these cats. I really
neglecting the cats, Kyle.
Hey, Omega, are you going to go down to North Carolina and steal you a pair of tennis shoes?
Omega.
I'm not even responding to Poston. I'm responding to the trolling news network. So yeah, WJ, it'd be interesting just to hear your general opinion about the election. Just to hear
I'm
if
not
you
American. Me, I'm impartial. Fuck, I need to
I
get
just
your opinion, Omega, since
I just
Why
I just
is Robbie showing an egg?
wait,
It's
what?
Webbles.
What is he?
Robbie, are you
The
doing
mango
random
egg.
things again? Or are you?
It's the
Yeah.
mango
Oh,
egg.
Because I'm not
okay.
in the mood for that.
It's one of Omega's ovaries.
what's that?
Oh, damn it.
Oh shit! That was the funniest thing Polston ever said in his life.
that
was good.
is, that it is. I bet it is. I'm surprised Poston knows what an ovary looks like since he never gets laid.
Oh
Well, I damn
shit,
sure wouldn't know
son.
what a fucking ovary looks like because I don't fucking skin a woman neither.
Oh
So-
shit, son.
You can't even make it to a woman, so shut the hell up. So shit. Even hookers give you refunds, so shut up. So,
Cause give out the refunds.
like,
Hooker,
yo,
you give
money, man. Just take your fucking money, man. I'm cool.
Oh.
I'm cool.
Yeah. With your $1.99 internet.
Oh.
The Obama phone internet.
Oh,
It's dropping again.
Does it come with a small copy?
Notice Poston needs a buddy system to throw out insults with Will. It's like, dude, go on your own. Get on your own shit, but it's all good.
This is my
Will
own
started
stuff.
throwing the insults
I'm not doing
first.
this. I'm not doing that for the sake of Polston. I did that for Omega. Believe it or not, I actually like you, man. I think you're a cool guy.
Damn, I just woke up and I'm just hearing some politics right now, so.
Me too. Fuck. I'm trying to catch up. That's why I'm drinking beer. Having my
How bad
breakfast.
is this pay-per-view gonna suck tonight? Anybody? Everybody.
I'm not watching it.
I'm not watching it tonight. Me, done with it. Fuck. I canceled the network and not watching the fucker, and I don't feel bad about it either. Fuck.
Well, if you want a site to watch it for free, I'll hook you up later.
Nah, can't stand the bastards.
I don't watch it at all. I haven't watched it since last year sometime. So I don't even know who's wrestling. Y'all probably know more than I do.
Just a bunch of boring bums.
Indie jobbers.
I read online that the Roost
It's always overrated. It's always overhyped. I mean, it's always overhyped. Like, Dean Ambrose was a big disappointment to me.
Oh yeah, Ambrose is just I can't look at him the same anymore. I can't take him seriously. He just looks like some homeless bum that would probably like freaking beg me for like money or bread. Turn to like him just like threatening me and then just me like punching him in one shot, knocking him the fuck out. That's what it's like.
What the fuck does he come up with this shit?
He
They
just
would always
needed,
do much either.
So, Jerry, I have a big question to ask you there.
yeah, go ahead.
Omega said something against E-Feds earlier. You own an E-Fed. E-Fed is raw. What do you say in response to that, Jer?
Like the E-Fed is raw itself is nothing like any other E-Fed. It's just 100% jokes. It's more of a stand-up comedy thing than it probably is an E-Fed, but I don't really know what to say really. I don't really know what to say really, but yeah, subscribe to E-Fed. It's raw, the best goddamn E-Fed on the planet. We got Robbie Battle against Joe Cronin in the main event. It's gonna be some fucking
Jerry. Omega, Jerry just put you in your place in regards to the E-Feds there. Kyle.
WJ, you mixing weak cunt, yeah.
Kyle.
Wait, what?
You were talking about Leon earlier there.
When did I say what?
Leon, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, WJ.
Kyle was saying that you were talking shit about Omega last night or something.
Yeah, so fucking what?
What happened?
Let it all out, Leon.
Well, this motherfucker always interrupts people when they're talking. And he needs to learn to keep his fucking mouth shut. This, that, and the other fucking thing. When people are talking, like, for fuck's sake.
As I
Some
said,
respect.
as I said before, in Omega's defense, he has to say as much stupid shit as he can because he never knows when his internet's gonna drop. All right, so that's why.
What's up with my internet? What's up with that fucking internet? Dude. Damn.
That's like the ether from fucking Nas.
Mike,
I'm
Mike,
sorry,
next
man.
up,
This is
Omega,
good.
what were you saying?
Anyway.
What were you saying?
I could tell you exactly what he was saying. He's saying,
Oh, shit.
That's all you guys gonna see of me.
What was that, Melody?
No, Sarah Rusi, my bitch.
So what do you think about this Omega situation, Melody?
Well, I did see the hangout last night. I was on the phone with a special someone, and I don't know.
Is it Cabal?
I only like Cabal.
God damn it.
Yes. Yeah.
So there was talk, I heard somebody mention recently Omega was cruising you even though you were dating Cabal. What's the deal with this?
Yeah, how could you hit on your friend's girl?
Is it you, Will, who was talking about that?
I was one of them.
So what was the deal with that?
Oh, Omega be hitting on this chick, and supposedly he's Cabal's boy. No, I don't know. That sounds like some Jerry Springer shit to me.
Well, I see Omega as a friend, not like more. No.
Omega, what do you think of what Will was saying there?
About how Melody sees me, fine. I'm married, so I don't care if I just see Melody as a cool person to talk to. She's cool as hell.
There's a lot of married men that commit infidelities. Right, Robbie?
Hold up, y'all.
Yep.
I'll be right back in a second. Hold on.
So Will, what do you think of that? His reply there,
What did he say?
that he's cool with her or something.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't give a shit either way. Just, I was just throwing my 2 cents in.
I
He's
was
cool with her, so it's okay to cruise.
It's okay.
Best friend's girl.
I as a brother, not like more than that,
It's like if your girlfriend tells you her best friend is a guy, you know what I mean? That's kind of bullshit. And
Yeah, especially since Omega lives closer to you than Cabal does. Just saying.
Where does Omega live?
Seattle.
close
He lives in Washington.
friends.
Yeah.
Washington. I used to live in Washington for a year. That was it.
So Kyle, what do you think of this love triangle with Vandy and Omega there?
To be honest, I'm not surprised. Ever since, I started coming onto your hangouts, you would always be flirting with Melanie. You would join in sometimes. And to be honest, I got to get the fuck out of here because I'm about to pass out.
All right, Kyle.
Farewell, my son.
Peace out, Papa Will. Peace out, everybody.
Sweet, sleep well, my prince.
You guys are bastards.
Say hello to Tony for me.
And now the awkward silence.
Well, I don't know what's going on though, but you guys are like accusing him to like flirting with me, but it's not. I don't see it that way.
I mean, how much more blunt can it be when he says, "I want to suck your tits"?
I never said that, but okay.
Well,
I remember you saying something along those lines.
And if let's say if that is the case, what's what's it to everybody else? Like,
because that's Cabal's girl, man. That's supposed to be your number one nigga right there. You betrayed him.
It's a motherfucking thing, man. The internet.
You betrayed your friend.
Now I see why there's a women's KKK, because they actually do the real work, and the men just sit back and just do the bad girls club shit over the internet.
What's that have to do with you snaking on your boy's girl?
And what do you care? You don't even like Cabal. He's a freaking wigger to you, and apparently all this other stuff. So yeah. So what do you?
I don't hate wiggers.
Okay, smart ass. Be a smart ass about it, but whatever. So what?
Why are you getting? Why won't you just answer the question? You think it's all right to snake your boy's girl? You think that's a cool thing to do as a married man?
I answer your dumbass questions and your dumbass logic.
Why so defensive? Maybe you just need to let it out, Omega. Just let it all out. That's what I think. Yeah.
And I don't get it. Why do you have a problem? What?
I don't have a problem. I just want you to admit.
Austin, not you.
Oh,
I don't care. I'm just trying to help you, Omega, and let you. You know, you'll feel better once you get that burden off your chest.
And if I do, I know it disturbs you. Apparently, for some reason, I wonder why.
I never said I was disturbed. You're saying I'm disturbed in your weird ass logic that you have in your head, right?
Anyway.
I'm just saying after this.
I already answered your question, and shit going on between me and Melanie. I don't give a fuck what anyone else thinks about me. You guys are like this big. You guys are very big, not even big in my eyes. So you guys, I don't give a damn what you think or what.
With your broke ass internet, that sounded like you wasn't gonna fuck with anybody except Melanie.
You just said he wants her. You said you think
something like that. I don't know. I couldn't tell.
Robbie, are you there, Robbie?
Yeah, I'm here, man.
As a religious man, as a man of faith, what do you think of this? They're cruising Melanie if he's married, stuff like that. Is that okay?
I'm not even married.
No.
Is that okay, Robbie, according to the Bible? And
if you're married, it's you're not supposed to.
Yeah, Omega, you need to get closer to that fucking McDonald's so you can get your internet reception back and explain why you're messing with the married chick and Melanie.
Hey, nowadays, you like all these, like I don't know, like I've been on some of these sites where I've dated in the past. You have women that want you to, they got actually men that want you to come home and fuck their wife in front of them. So I don't know. I mean, people are different these days.
It's called a cuck. It's a cuck.
Oh, that's what's very bad. To tell you the truth, I'm not like that. I'm not like that, you know.
They call them progressives.
I call women who do that are home wreckers. I'm not that type of chick, okay?
I know you're cool, Melanie.
Let's see. Omega's the home wrecker here.
Oh, mess up people's marriages or relationships. That's not me.
so, Omega, how about that Trump? Fuck, you voting Trump this year?
Yeah, his daughter's sexy as fuck. Hell yeah. If I could get his daughters, I guarantee you he'll finally get the black vote.
So, Jerry, are you there?
Barley.
So how do you feel about this American election, Jerry? What would you do if you were an American?
Probably shoot myself in the head.
Who would you vote for?
I mean, I wouldn't vote for Trump, but I wouldn't vote for Hillary either.
You think
So-
Omega is making the mistake of saying, let's go with the lesser of two evils, and he's ignoring the evils or something?
I have no idea.
That's what it sounds like, Jerry. Is that what you're saying, Jerry?
Fuck!
I think Jerry was trying to say that he wouldn't vote at all.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm all for, like, I feel as if you have the right to vote, you should vote. Everyone should vote. Because, like, if you have that right, you should vote. But, fuck, I don't know what I'd fucking do. I'd probably just jump off a cliff, like, to be fair, like. Probably just I'll just get on Eugene's wee bike there and just pedal off it.
Because that does seem to me like if that's what Omega's doing, he's ignoring some of the stuff you guys are saying about Hillary, and he's going to vote for her anyway, even though she did bad stuff. And
Okay, Omega, what is Donald Trump going to do to win your vote?
Let me fuck his daughters.
Well, I think that would pretty much win anybody's vote.
Okay, so that's it. The end. Thank you for clarifying it, Posted. Next.
Of course, I would definitely go for the wife.
Oh, yeah, she's the real
Now-
freak. The mama's the real freak.
Now, seriously, though, answer the question. What does Trump have to do to gain your vote? Be serious about it this time.
I'm serious.
And that's fucking sad.
But
Yeah.
then again, he said he wasn't going to mess with anybody, right? And now you're going to mess around on your wife with Donald Trump's daughter.
Somebody wrote Omega sleeping his way to the White House. Oh my god. I'm waiting for a smoke, guys. I'll be back in about 5 years here.
okay.
This is fun. This is fun conversation. It tickles me in the morning.
You're the star of the show, Omega. It's the political discussion era of the YWC.
How you dealing with the TNA fan? What does TNA have to do to make you watch it? Nothing. I just don't like the shit. Okay. I like
Is Peter joining?
Me that much. So I look at it that way. I mean, I'll just bring it up another example.
Peter said in the chat that the king is joining, so I'm assuming he's speaking of himself.
He's not no king. Peter, just chill. You're not no king.
You can confront Peter when he comes in. Paulston, what do you think of Omega taking some cheap shots at TNA there? Fuck right there.
Oh, well, he just got, what, TNA 5 more ratings just by sitting there saying he doesn't like it. So,
It takes a card like me, damn it.
Okay, explain what you don't like about TNA. This
Everything. That's it.
Man, you gotta
So
love these
in-depth.
arguments.
So in depth.
Yes, it's your chance to go up against Paulston in the TNA discussion there. I think what happened, Paulston, he's scared because he lost the previous debate against you. So Now he's
It wasn't me. It wasn't me. It was Dark Horse. That whole debate was Dark Horse. You go back and watch it, and Omega got mad and left. But that wasn't me. I was in the comments trolling somebody else.
So 11-year-old girls owed me.
Something about 11-year-old girls or something. I don't know what you're getting in over there, Omega, but you probably need to go pirate your internet from somewhere else. You don't need to be standing in playgrounds.
Can we get better trolls than this troll here? God damn it.
Come on, Omega. You're the star. You're supposed to explain.
Yeah, they suck. There you go. I was going to explain myself a billion times. Do I need to go into detail?
I don't know. Have you seen your internet? That sucks pretty much, Dick.
So do you, but guess
what? Take a large.
Deals with you for some reason. Shut up.
Sounds like I'm at a drive-thru. I'll take a large milkshake, Coke, small fry, a cheeseburger. So yeah.
So how about that John Cena?
That's like your favorite wrestler.
Don't even get me started on him.
WJ dropped out. He needs to get back in. He's got 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and then it's going to shut down.
I'm a little jealous of John Cena. He gets to fuck that Bella twin every night.
Robbie, you got the Book of Enoch right there, and you're dropping F-bombs like there's no tomorrow.
I'm a bit of a hypocrite, ain't I?
What the fuck? Every time
Nikki Bella's boob,
the Book of Enoch is right there. Oh, he gets to fuck that Bella twin.
I'll be knocking something up. That's what I'll be doing. Oh, come on.
Father, forgive me, for I'm about to sin. I'm about to tap that Bella twin ass, baby.
I would be in trouble.
I still think that the Bella Twins are the hottest female wrestlers in the WWE right now.
Despite the fact that they're a Kardashian ripoff.
Well, they don't look like a fucking Klingon.
Yeah, true.
Or Jay Leno. Or a guy.
I think this show's about to end.
Yeah, I think it is too.
I hope he's coming back or not. There he is.
You made it.
There he comes back in to save the day.
Oh, he's still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did Omega man up and explain why he doesn't like TNA? Or
We're trying to figure out why he's staying quiet on the Bella Twin subject.
I said my piece, so I've been saying that.
okay.
What about you, WJ? What's your take on the Bella Twins?
Bella Twins. Well, I'm sure if somebody would challenge them to explain why they don't like TNA, they'd actually come up with reasons. But I think as Omega become a defeated man, ladies and gentlemen. He's lost the will to bash TNA.
If I could watch it, I could probably watch.
Because his internet keeps going the fuck out.
Super Echo!
Oh, here comes another Hillary supporter.
Oh, do you say super? Oh, man, whatever.
You got backup now.
I'm not going to explain nothing to a guy that thinks that TNA wrestling is real. So there you go.
It is real.
Peter, you're voting for Hillary, Peter?
I ain't voting for that cunt.
Who are you voting for, Peter?
I'm voting for Trump. Trump
Oh,
is
okay.
change. He's gonna get rid of all the Mexicans.
Oh, shit. Peter, racist bastard.
So technically, Mexican is not a race. It's a nationality, so.
Ethnicity?
And an ethnicity, too.
So, Peter, what's your thoughts on the elections? You there?
I'm waiting for the presidential debate tomorrow. That's gonna be epic. I hope Trump beats the living crap out of Hillary.
I'm watching it too, bro.
What do you think of Omega's claim about Trump there, that he's bad and this and that?
That's his own opinion, but I still think that Trump is the better choice.
Election. Have no president, period. Just have the country just not be run by anybody, period. Just have the country just run its course.
Okay.
We don't want anarchy, especially the way people are acting in this country right now. Gotta have a leader.
Yeah, and damn sure
Put
not a
rocks
crazy
in my
ass
fucking
one.
vehicle when I go down the road just because I'm white, you know.
I mean, I think that the worst.
I actually like him. He's like a cool dude.
The one thing about Hillary is that with her policies as Secretary of State, she's pretty much gotten us into it with both Russia and China. So it's going to be an issue there if Hillary's elected.
So, Jerry, have you decided if you're watching the pay-per-view or not?
Sorry.
Or go ahead, Omega.
WJ, if you were president, what would you do as a president? Since you don't want to have a take on the presidential election.
Well, the first thing I'd say is, gosh darn it, where do the people stand on TNA? Do they like TNA? Do they hate it? I mean, Paulston pretty much challenged you right there to a ball game. Fuck, he says, what's your, your reasons for not liking TNA? And couldn't fucking, it's a big letdown, is what I say. Fuck.
Okay, I'll say some reasons.
Yes!
Show
Need some action here. Fuck.
I love the Hardys.
What kind of show sucks? The wrestler sucks. The champion sucks. Anything else that comes with running a good wrestling show, they fell at. They lost the Night War. They lost the Thursday Night War. Hell, they don't even have a TV network. Hell, where is TNA at currently? Straight up, but
it's on Pop TV.
And on. That's why.
But they're getting ratings. Their ratings are going up, and WWE's is going down.
And TNA is going down with it too. So
how can their ratings be going down and up at the same time? That's like an oxymoron. Oh, come on, Omega. You got to have something.
You like
what do you think about Matt Hardy?
Like,
Matt Hardy.
All right, I'm back.
Matt Hardy. I only caught about half of that.
What
He's still a
happened? Did he explain why he doesn't like TNA or?
I mean, you couldn't hear a lot of the stuff that he said, but he said this sucks and that sucks. Between broken internet.
What's up with you and internet?
It just helps whenever you're trying to make a conversation and talk if you have some.
Here's the thing: you're going on a crusade to prove TNA is good. And that's sad that you have to go on a crusade to prove TNA is good. Meanwhile, WWE doesn't really have to go on a crusade to prove why it's at least better than TNA.
Because it's not better.
At this point in time, I'll have to disagree. Fuck, because WWE is at its worst. I think
it's still beating TNA. At least they got a TV deal. That's all I gotta say.
At
least because they got money behind them. They didn't have money behind them.
Actually, WWE at this point in time is actually getting the same ratings as TNA in 2010. So WWE is going down the shitter. So
TNA, at least they have stuff on the show. You know what I mean? It's geared for adults, and they take a risk, and they have, you know, gimmick matches and stuff. You know.
Really? Hold on. Because Posted, you're gonna love this. I'll give TNA a chance then.
I'll send you a link. I'll say, you know what?
I'll give TNA a chance because I'll shut up about a wrestling product. There you go. You win, Posted. Your lifelong dream has come true.
Let me see if I can look it up, and I'll put a link in the thing here. So you can watch all of them. You can watch the WWE Network.
No, I watch TNA, man, because you guys say that TNA is good, so maybe I could be wrong. I will give it a chance. I really will.
Well, there you go. Paulston's 2-0 against Omega in debate.
Merry Christmas, Paulston.
So
say it again, man.
Peter, what's been going on with you there? Are you there, Peter?
Here's the holy grail of wrestling.
Peter is gone, I guess. Paulston beat Omega in the second straight debate.
You're on a roll, Paulston, man. Congratulations, dog. What's your...
Now we just need to get, maybe we can get Vinnie Mac in here and let him say, do you MMA, bro?
Definitely get him in here. I'd love to talk to him.
I think that Arnold Schwarzenegger should run because I would love to see Trump versus Schwarzenegger in the debate. That would be so interesting. I mean, I know Arnold Schwarzenegger's a Republican. I know that, but I'm just saying, if one of them could just play the Democratic role, I just want to see that debate go down.
So, Robbie, you got some beef with this person or whatever?
Yeah, I guess. It's stupid, but yeah.
Yeah, it's just trolling.
Yeah, just trolling.
Peter, are you back?
They're the hard
I'm sorry about that.
On the internet, you know.
Okay. Well, I would have to send it to Pitbull, and Pitbull's not on, so, oh well. Because Vinnie Mac, I got blocked by Vinnie Mac, so. That's an accomplishment right there. Oh, this guy blocked me, this guy let me go. You the man, bro. Oh, man, I'm proud. He blocked me, too. And then I got blocked by him. He was sitting there bitching all day. You blocked me, bro. You blocked me. I'm crying about it.
Sure.
Oh, I think Omega just took a shot at you there. In fact.
It's okay. You can block me if you want to, too, Omega.
Not like you, but it's okay. I gave you a TNA debate, man. All right, damn.
Go check it out. I left the link in the description. You can go watch all of them.
You win. You're king. You king out there, man.
I mean, in all honesty, TNA, like, I watched the show because Paulson gave me the link. It's real bad. I mean, for what it was, it's a heck of a lot better. You know, at WWE, unfortunately, WWE has got to the point where I can't even hardly watch it. You know,
That's why pay a chance.
It's the best thing since ice hearing, but with the state of wrestling, I mean, it's no worse than WWE.
Cody Rhodes is going to turn it around. I know this, man, because Cody Rhodes, that's a bad motherfucker.
Well, I like that Eli Drake cat, man. I hope they do something with him.
I think Damian Sandow is looking really good, man. I like the way they're pushing him.
Yeah, I like that. That's one of those guys that are, yeah, you know, those guys are coming on, man. I hear Ryback is supposed to be joining too as soon as his 90 days is up. Oh, WJ left again.
Paige might show up too.
I thought she re-signed back with the WWE.
Yeah, she's staying in WWE. She said that she's not. She made a statement, like I think it was like last week, and she said, "Yeah, I'm staying in WWE." So, because her contract isn't up till like I think like 2018, 2019, something like that. So her contract isn't even. You know, it's her at the end of her contract is miles away. She has to actually be like fired by WWE to like get her released.
Hey,
I think that's kind of. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Got a question for you, Jerry. How would you run a country? Yes. Since I asked WJ this question already, I'm going to ask you this question.
If I ran a country,
yeah.
Well, first of all, like, would it be a big country or a small country?
America.
America? That's a different ball game there. First of all, obviously, drugs would have to be legalized to a certain degree. I would legalize that because people that are buying essentially drugs off the street is actually fucking them up. So if they actually had like proper, like if they foreseen over drugs, then that's what I would do personally. I don't take the stuff myself, but it would be better for the economy as well. I would have something for the homeless. I would have a system in place, like a system that actually works to help them actually get off the streets, essentially. I would help them. I would broaden trade deals to not just Europe, but to a wide range of countries. So that means we would get more stuff here. But I would essentially have more man-made manufactured stuff in America. So rather than us spending a lot of money to other countries, getting their resources, where the guys that actually make the resources ourselves. Essentially what China's really doing. The problem is with China, though, is that they do it at a dirt cheap price. And that's why China's actually like really dominant at this point, because they're more like making their own shit rather than actually doing trade deals like Europe and America. So if I was in America, if I was the president there, that's what I would do. I would actually have more man-made, manufactured stuff there, and essentially make it more like televisions rather than buying them in like other countries and shit like that. Make sure it's actually man-made so that we would get all the money, rather than buying the shit from like other countries and stuff like that. Fuck, what else would I do? Like I was saying, probably have a program in place for the homeless. So let's just say I have a homeless person's in the streets or whatever. I would have a system in place where I would have them do volunteering work, but on top of pay. So they would get a small pay. So if they volunteer, they'll actually have housing for themselves. They would have food. So there would be a weekly budget for them to have food, essentially. And with that system in place, it would actually get a lot of people off the streets. and they would actually end up working for themselves. I would also have because of legalization of drugs, essentially, then it can be more rehabilitation will be far easier. So I would do that. What else would I do? I would make sure that the entertainment business has more freedom. So nightclubs, bars, I would make sure that they actually have more freedom to operate business rather than restricting them. That's pretty much it, really. So yeah.
It could be a roundtable question. I'm interested to see Paulson's vision of America.
Let's see. The first thing I would do is I'd put all the prisons. We don't need a wall. I'd just put the prisons right there on the fucking border. I would probably repeal NAFTA, repeal the NDAA, repeal the Patriot Act, repeal all these aggressive laws that have basically there to give people jobs who probably otherwise wouldn't need them. That would give you more freedom. I would probably do exactly. I'd probably just get rid of the tax altogether. Go with the flat tax. Start paying back that debt. This way, you know, even if you do grant amnesty, which I'm not really for amnesty, but it's not one of those dire issues, you know. But if you grant amnesty, then they would still have to, you know, you would still get that tax money. You would recoup all that tax burden that so many people put on the system. You can't go with the socialist program here in the United States just because of our population. Like in Canada, WJ, their population is only like 35,000. And in a lot of the socialist areas, their population is only like 60 million. Like I said, WJ in Canada was like 35 million up there. So those social programs can work, but they won't work here. But you do need affordable health care. I don't believe in universal health care, but I do believe that the medicine, the big pharma, these Medicaid, you know, you got to fix the healthcare system here and make it affordable where you're just not in debt for the rest of your life. As far as colleges, you know, the Jill Stein thing, a college bailout, that's fucking stupid. What you need to do is make college more affordable. You need to start putting regulations on them. There's no reason that these colleges are buying up all these cities and just buying up city blocks, and they're getting huge. They're overcharging for this stuff. If you want fraternities that are up there in price, okay, maybe you know, something like a Princeton or a Yale, but everybody should have the ability to go to college without paying for it forever. But I would go with like a 4-year program that, you know, a 4-year program. If you can't get out of, you know, debt in 4 years, then maybe you can file for assistance to go to school. But you need to drive down the cost of that, because printing out more money, which is another thing I would get rid of. I'd get rid of the QE3 and the QE4, and I'd try to go on a different currency, because right now our currency is backed by Middle Eastern oil, and that's not stable at all. And I believe Donald Trump's talked about our fiat currency, and that's why we're always in conflict in the Middle East, because every time somebody like Gaddafi wants to, you know, nationalize their oil and go on a different currency, then America has to go over there and take over, and we just can't keep doing it. And this is why we're hated around the world, because if by all means, if you go out and somebody kills your loved ones or something like that, you're going to hold a grudge against that country, and that ends up being our problem. And that's why we are hated around the world. So I would have to, you know, you would have to find a new way to wean yourself off the Federal Reserve note, even if that means that saying, hey, we're going to have to rebuild this country brick by brick and just start all over. We just have to do that. That's exactly what I would do, because right now, with the direction that we're in, we're staring down the barrel of World War III right now, because Russia's not going to have any of it. China's not going to have any of it. Iran's not going to have any of it. And they're all making this little caliphate over there. Syria as well. You can throw them in the mix. So, and this is where the ISIS comes in, and this is where, what is it, Donald Trump says, Obama created ISIS. He may have named them, but he didn't create them. They've been there the whole time. And we can't have this state-backed terrorism in all these countries and expect that it's not going to come back to bite us in the ass. And unfortunately, if Hillary wins, it's going to come back to bite us in the ass. And I think that if they keep on with these policies, because this was already prearranged, this was already going to happen. These situations were already addressed before I got out of the military. It was a possible war with Russia and a possible war with China. It's not going to work out in our favor, man. It's not, especially with the way the state our military is in right now. So I'll go ahead and let you pass it on to somebody else.
You don't want to take it before I take it? Speak now, forever hold your peace. No, I'm playing, but I guess it's my turn then, since I started. For one, the education system. You know how Trump says one thing that I just don't get. You know, the black education system or something like that is messed up. But as far as education here in America, no race I feel truly can own that type of education. Yes, it's customary for blacks to be in a public school versus a private school, but at the same time, education is education. Example: 1 + 1 = 2. And that fact remains in both private and public schools. And I'm speaking because I was in a private school for 3 years until I got kicked out. Okay, because I don't know if people know this, but as far as the education system goes, as far as growing up, I had like that life. Has anyone seen that show, Everybody Hates Chris? Hello?
I know what you're talking about, but I never watched an episode.
I watched it a couple times here and there, but not too often.
Okay, but anyway, I kind of had that lifestyle, you know. But so that explains why I've been in both private and public school. Only thing that changes there is the peer pressure. Is the ratchet side, which also comes with peer pressure. Example: when you go to middle school or high school, you're gonna experience drugs and alcohol and partying, one way or the other. Okay, but at the same time, I've learned in my experience in private school, people who grow up going through private school their whole life end up with worse lives than people in public schools. You know, I mean, and I say this because they have more access to more to weed, to coke, to meth, to crack, all this other stuff. Hell, within that 3 years, that's where I first started. That's where I first got laid and experienced drugs and all that other shit. So that's why I'm just saying we should just eliminate this how do you say it? This private and public school stigma. I would just eliminate that and just implement school, period, because it's not really the education that is emphasized. That it's not the education that makes private or public school. It's more like the peer pressure aspect. As far as I put it to you this way. In private school, you could easily smoke a pound, but in public school, you'll struggle just to smoke a blunt. As unorthodox that sounds, but that is a fact there. Another thing is this I will change is eliminate the fact that I feel like that there's more diseases than there are cures in America. And people, like example, when my daughter came down with cancer, you know, and the doctor even said it himself, when I asked the doctor this question, I said, "Hey doc, how was the cancer that my daughter has even created?" And the doctor just looked at me straight up and just said, "Well, I don't know. It just happens." You know, and I'm like, well, but anyway, that's why I would investigate how a disease is made, and I feel like if you do that, you could eliminate the disease. And I say this because, example, when a child is born in America, they have to take a shit ton of shots. My son, when he was born, he had to take like 4 shots.
Whoops, did somebody just eject Omega there? Was it?
No.
I don't have any moderator control that I know of.
No, neither.
Robbie, was that you
No,
muted
because
or
he was
who
actually
ejected?
talking and making a little bit of sense, so I definitely want to kick him out.
Fuck, shit happens,
Well-
I guess. But does anybody?
Just to let
Does anybody have it? Sorry, it was putting me to fucking sleep there, and the viewers are
Hey.
going down tremendously. So
Are you gonna watch Bound for Glory, WJ?
I might, like, if I start to crave to watch wrestling, I'm gonna watch TNA as my nicotine gum for wrestling. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna quit watching WWE because it sucks. Fuck.
It's like only an hour long usually, and if you get a good showing of it, you skip through all the commercials, and it's not that long. And where WWE, it got to the point where I was watching it for 3 fucking hours just to support like guys like Roman Reigns and Dean Ambrose that they would eventually misuse anyways and could not get over. They can't get over a damn person. And I was watching it for 3 hours, and I'm like, fuck! I just wasted 3 hours of my life watching this shit.
You wake up feeling stressed and stuff and burnt out from it too. Fuck the next day. That's how fucking bad it is. You know what I mean?
Omega said he got blocked or something. I just went out for a smoke there, but he messaged me saying he got blocked or something.
Fucking
Well, if you
strange.
get booted out, it blocks you from coming back in.
Yeah, it does block you from coming back in.
Did he get booted out?
Fuck,
Yeah.
I don't know, but I think
I don't know what happened.
I think barbecue sauce might have kicked him out. Is this true, barbecue? Or-
Yes, I'm looking for
Dixie
globalist.
Carter kicked him out.
There you go. Omega Barbecue kicked you out because you were losing too many viewers there. But does anybody have any final words about something?
He fed his hurrah in the next few minutes.
Paulston.
Man, dude, I've been up for like 30 hours now waiting for this fucking guy. And I've been at work for 28 of them, so I'm just waiting for him to get here, man. But yeah, well, it was a good show. Had fun picking on Omega. Thanks for inviting me.
And Jerry had to kick him out like that. I don't know what the fuck.
Barbecue Sauce said if there's gonna be one Hillary supporter in here, and that's gonna be him.
Well, I disagree with him saying private schools don't have drugs because I went to a boarding school, and that's where you get all the good drugs like cocaine and stuff. So
Cocaine is a wonderful drug.
The devil's dandruff.
Peter, you got any final words there?
I want to join E-Fed is Raw and watch Clash of the Champions tonight. Yay!
So, Jerry, you're going to be in contact with Peter over some E-Fed business there.
Getting the E-Feds there, WJ.
Omega was talking trash about E-Feds. You put him in his place hard earlier, Jerry.
Jesus Christ, WJ, what the fuck, man?
Put him in his place hard. Robbie, any final words?
It's been an interesting section here.
Shout out to Yeshua at the same time.
I want to give a shout out to Yahweh and shout out to who else? Dark Horse. Yeah, he's not in here.
Leon, any final words?
Not really. I just had to say what I basically had to say.
Sauce.
just want to say go Eagles and fuck the Cowboys.
Peter, do you have some kind of sign out catchphrase for your videos there?
Not really.
Sign us out, Peter, somehow. With some people were mocking your charisma earlier there. Give us
Okay.
some kind of charismatic way to end the show there.
All right, everybody. Thank you for watching WJ's Awesome Hangout. Until next time, fuck you.